Please bow. Thank you for being here this morning again. Yeah. Hello, hello. Cultivate meditation. Yes. What are we gonna do as guided meditation? Well, I don't know. I have no plan this morning. Nothing pop up like it must be done or it might be useful today, especially. So, and well, I would say that the plan is to not have any plan. How uncomfortable is that? To not have anything to say, actually. Or to not know what to do. Well, we can always come back to the body. And instead of thinking of what can be done, then just let's say receiving awareness, what's going on in that body. We use that body to turn the attention within, and we can close our eyes. Sit or lie down comfortably, but staying alert. The spine is straight up. Shoulders are relaxed. Neck relaxed. Forehead open, wide, relaxed, ear open. Sometimes we cannot say, yeah. Just feel this area just above in between the eyebrows. Touch with our hands and just make them smooth. If we are not able to just do that mentally, we can use our fingers just and stroke to the left and right to realize how much we can be tensed in that area. So we open that area. One can draw a smile on our face, inviting ease, knowing that for the few minutes or so we are safe, and we dedicate this time for cultivating mindfulness, allowing anything to happen, feeling the whole body, the legs on the ground, maybe the feet on the ground, the pelvis, the heavy pelvis, then the spine going up, shoulders going left and right, extending to the arms, and at the end, the ends and the fingers. Very sensitive part of the body, the back of the hands, the palms of the hands, front of the body, belly that we can soften, the torso, the back of the body, lower spine, middle spine, upper spine, neck, back of the skull, face, and top of the head. That's the body held in space. And one can be sensitive to tactile sensations coming and going. The breath happening, lifting the chest, filling the belly. The whole body breathing. There might be moods, impressions of the day that are flowing into awareness, knowing them. Some thoughts. Maybe some painful areas in the body calling attention. One can notice if there is any wanting to achieve anything, to feel relaxed, wanting to do not have painful body areas, wanting to be concentrated, or wanting to do something else than meditating. That's the landscape of what it is right now. Not analyzing, not thinking about what is, just knowing it, being the witness of it. allowing it to dissolve according to conditions. And now one can put our attention to the breathing. Where it is more obvious for you, it can be swelling of the belly, or the lifting of the chest. You can relax the diaphragm, relax the muscle of the chest, in the front, in the back, allowing the chest to open and close freely. And letting the diaphragm to relax down. And just watching the breath coming and going. Inhalation, exhalation. Full inhalation, full exhalation. Staying with the breath. Beginning of exhalation, middle of exhalation. Beginning of inhalation, middle of inhalation, end of inhalation, and same with exhalation. Beginning, middle, and end. If the mind wanders, just bring it back. Gently, gently, watching the breath. Be sensitive to the full inhalation, sensitive to the full exhalation. And if the mind wanders, just notice it and bring it back. Bring it back to the breath. If the mind wanders, just bring it back to the breath. Sensitive to full inhalation, sensitive to full exhalation, beginning, middle, and end. Sensitive to full inhalation, sensitive to full exhalation. We bring the mind over and over again to the breath. 100 times if necessary, 1000 times. The number doesn't matter, just bring it back if it wanders. Gently, softly, be sensitive to the swelling of the body, extension, contraction, body breathing. The mind might be attracted to pains in the body, to sounds around you, to thoughts. That's okay. Just bring it back to the breath. And if the mind is called by anything else than the breath, then bring it back gently, slowly, sensitive to the breath, in breath, out breath, full legs. And whenever you're ready, you can take your time to slowly, slowly come out of the meditation. And whenever you are ready, you can open your eyes. If you'd like to join me, we can share the merits of this practice. Just may the merits I give through that practice be shared with all sentient beings. you for your practice. Thank you, thank you. We can take a few moments just to feel inside the body, and maybe if we recall how it was just before the practice, we can kind of review what has changed. Also for our mind state. Are we more relaxed, more agitated? Maybe there is more drowsiness, who knows? Just to know. So maybe if you have any questions about regarding the practice, then you can ask. It will be recorded and shared. So it's up to you. So this practice, if so we just did less than 30 minutes, but you can of course do it for 1 hour, or as long as the body can sit healthily. Of course you can do it also while lying down, standing up, or all day long actually. But when you're sitting, then when the mind really stick to the breath from the beginning till the end, and then again exhalation, inhalation, really sticks to it. At some point, of course at the beginning it's very difficult because the mind is used to think and create the future and recall the past and elaborate, make plans, and build up our life, but mentally. So this training of sticking to the breath, being sensitive to it, and to these cycles and movements, then the mind is not used to do that. But at some point you will see through the practice, if you keep doing it, then the mind will become one with the breath. Really, like you will have difficulty to even maybe see them separately, let's say, or at some point even the breath will completely stop, and then we'll only have the knowing of the breath. And this is when how we train concentration. And there might be some things happening also, like different lights appearing to you, different colors. So that's all normal. I would say we can call them side effects of meditation, or we can also use then that kind of light as an object for meditation and expand that light to reach higher level of consciousness. But you will see that at some point, if it's trained over time, or if you decide to in one day really do it all day long, then the mind really sticks to the breath. And then the quality of the mind starts to really change. And this is when you realize how those mental formations, those thoughts, how they arise, and how they drag you away into imagination. And you will really feel that it has this propelling effect, or it kinds of, you can also feel how energy is put in those mental formation to create, to build up, to talk about yourself, and to bring you away from your direct experience. Because overall there is really nothing to think about. Most are conjectures, because you do not all know all of the parameters, and it's all about protecting you, protecting your you want to be safe, you want to know, you want to get, you want to avoid, and all of that. It's just this inner talk that keeps you away from what you are really. Mm-hmm.
For me, it was very helpful with the breathing, beginning, middle, and end, and that was good for my concentration.
Yes, very good. Because usually when we start, the mind just will stick to the very beginning of the breath, and then will be pulled away, and we have to somehow think about, I stick to it from beginning, middle, end, and then This is artificial way of looking at the breath, but this is really to know, that you have to stick it to it, follow it, not in and out, but just the sensation to it. There is actually in the Anapanasati Sutta, so mindfulness of breathing, so the teaching of the Buddha, there are 16 steps for mindfulness of breathing. First, he says, so you have to read it for yourself, I don't know it by heart, but he gives this instruction from step by step. So first, you try to just be sensitive to in-breath and out-breaths. This is one of the first steps. Then I think he says that you have to count. So 1 breathing in, 1 breathing out, and 2. And then it cut into beginning, middle, and end. And there are 16 steps like this that you can learn and use. And of course, it depends on your mind state. When you start sitting, then it depends what you did just before. If your mind was just restless, then it's good also to come back to just simple being sensitive to the breath. And then you know for yourself, okay, my mind is really monkey mind, so I will start to count. And sometimes just counting until 10 is very, very difficult. And then sometimes just middle, beginning, and end is too difficult as a starting point. So we go back to the basic.